I'm having a bit of a rough day, alright. You can forgive me for that. You know, it's kind of funny that I ragged on the whole robot overlord bullshit. I found a way to automate editing these videos a little bit, and it's made things so much easier. And it hasn't cost me a cent. But recently I've been thinking about airstrikes. Assists, as they were. Although this one's more of an assist. And one of the ones that came to mind, you probably know it, and you probably hated it when it showed up in the movie it was in. So you may remember, at the end of the original Destroy All Monsters, after the climactic final battle with King Ghidorah, and when I say climactic, I mean only 3 monsters really contribute anything, and all the advertising for the movie does is blow up that fact. But there's like a flaming key lock UFO that leaves the battleground. And the movie tries to amp it up like this is some final challenge. Like, we give a remote shit about this. And I believe Rodan tries to go after it, and when he tries to attack it, because it's coated in pure flames, it like burns him or something. If you don't remember this, I don't blame you, because if I could forget it, I would. That's unfortunately just not how my brain works. But I was thinking about this in the context of Godzilla Save the Earth Melee. By the time this video comes out, I should at least have 2, possibly even 3 of these videos up, maybe even more than that, so you know the usual disclaimer by this point. I doubt they're going to add any of this stuff in the game, but this is one of those systems in the base game that I have lived my entire life wishing could have gotten expanded in a sequel. And the only thing that got expanded when Godzilla Unleashed released was my disappointment. Given that I loathe this thing so much, and I think it's a stupid and pointless addition to the franchise, why might I think that this could be turned into an airstrike or an assist? Well, considering I'm not really having a good day, and talking about Godzilla is one of those things that peps me up, let me try and explain. I've updated the map that I created. Tell me if it's hard to see any of this stuff. But I recolored it just so it would be more dynamic looking. And I've also added Ghidorah in here, both the Showa and Heisei Ghidorahs. I found the sprites on Google Images, so if this is your sprite, I apologize. All credit to you. Go ahead and advertise in the comments if you so desire. But we're gonna give Gigan a break today, and we're gonna give Ghidorah a taste of his own medicine. He worked with the key locks, so Godzilla's gonna pay him back with an airstrike. So we go do-do-do-do-do-do. Godzilla picks up the airstrike. So what is this godforsaken airstrike going to contribute? This one I feel like is one of the more basic ideas. You don't have to really go too hard with it. I mean, think about it for a second. It's literally a goofy 1960s UFO with like a flame effect around it. You literally don't even have to animate it. All you have to do is like a visual effect for the flame around it, and one other thing, and we'll get to that in a second. And like whatever sound effect it used in the movie, that's basically all you have to do. But considering the thing is made of pure fire, I would have it turn into a sort of flame equivalent to the Super X3. Super X3 will shoot you, and its weapons will freeze you in place, giving you the opportunity to go in for the strike. Now, they've already described this idea I'm about to bring up within the Godzilla Classic moveset. Basically, classic Godzilla's atomic breath will not be able to beam battle, but it will cause lingering damage. I'm assuming sort of a radiation burn kind of thing. So I think the Fire Dragon, which is the only cool thing about it, yes, its name, I would have it do something similar but far less pronounced. I would have it shoot fireballs, and when they hit the opponent, it causes like a 1 or 2 second lingering burn damage. I would think of it kind of like Fox's lasers in Super Smash Bros. Obviously, they wouldn't be nearly as potent as Godzilla Classic's fire, but it would be a kind of like a miniaturized version of that. And obviously, it wouldn't stay in one spot. It would move around the map, just like the Super X3 does. I really don't see any point in making it so that you can touch it, because it did cause damage to Rodan in the movie, but that seems a little extra to me. Like, the fire is enough on its own. That's its selling point. It really doesn't need to be more complex than that. That might not be a very complicated video, but that was my idea. It further expands the airstrike roster of entities, but it's not super complicated. Like I said, the most you have to do is like the particle effect that flies around with it. And I guess you have to find a model for like a Showa-esque flying saucer, and you dredge up the sound effect if that's what you want to do. Other than that, it ain't that much. Because you're basically just retexturing the Super X3 and changing it from a freeze effect to a lingering burn effect. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Fruit roll-ups are a comfort food, okay? Although I feel like I have a bit of a headache coming on. Maybe I didn't get long enough of a nap. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. As usual, leave a comment and a like if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.